Ladies and gentlemen, I'm the GoatPicks, and I'm going to go over the main card for Paycom Center, Oklahoma City, UFC Fight Night. We're going to get started. It is Du Plessis, DDP versus Kamaru Usman. We're going to start with the main card. The main card of the night, we got first starting Tommy McMillan versus Alberto Montez. Tommy McMillan, he's an American prospect. He's undefeated, 10-0. He's got a wrestling-based foundation. He's a three-time Montana State champion wrestler. He's pretty good on the ground. He also has ended fights with knockouts and submissions. He trains at Red Hawk Academy alongside power strikers like Sean O'Malley. And he just tends to win by, posing a high pace. And he's just not always grinding out decisions. He's always trying to go for the finish. So he's a really good striker, and he trains with Sean O'Malley. I think he goes by Machine Gun Tommy or Tommy Gun. But he's facing Alberto Montez. He's a Venezuelan featherweight. He's 12-1. Primarily, he's a submission specialist, and he's willing to absorb a lot of, close distance striking. And he'll do that to get to his grappling. But his career losses came by KO, suggesting that he's going to be more vulnerable to power strikes that Tommy does throw. I'm going to have to go with Tommy on this one. I think he's just going to use his wrestling, and he's going to control where the fight happens. I think he'll neutralize Montez with takedowns, and I think he's going to find his finish on the mat or standing up. So give me Tommy McMillan.
And Zakine is still firing back, but he's only human, and you can only take so much. That final knee to the chest.
Next fight, we got Fatima Climb versus Tabitha Rishi. Tabitha Rishi, she's a Brazilian veteran. She's a black belt. She's both black belt in judo and Brazilian jiu-jitsu. She's built around, control and takedowns and just grinding out decisions. And to me, I just think, she's a veteran, so she's been around for a while. Whereas Fatima Climb, she's on a 3-fight win streak. She's dangerous everywhere. I mean, standing and striking and even on the ground. Rishi, again, like I said, she's a control and grind fighter. She wants to smother you, and then she tries to, get you with the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu top pressure and not just trade. Against Klein, who's dangerous, both standing and finishing, I just see this fight weighing on her side. If Rishi can get to the top position on her, she might have a chance. But again, I just don't think she's going to be able to take the younger fighter, which is Fatima Climb, who's been finishing opponents everywhere. And I just see her, grounding the outside and doing whatever she wants again. So I got to go with Fatima Climb on this one.
Oh! Climb goes up top! Chin to chin!
Next fight, we got Chase Hooper versus Mitch Ramirez. Chase Hooper, he's a high-level grappler. His, striking's getting better, and he's still young. Whereas Mitch Ramirez, he's a high-variance, all-power fighter. He's elite with, he's not elite. He's either landing something big early or he's getting caught himself. I think he hasn't had I don't think he's had a win in UFC yet. I got to check, but I got to go with my official pick on this one, Chase Hooper. His UFC grappling style is just next level than Mitch, I want to say. And I just think the experience with Chase and what he's been through, it's going to be a difference with this fight. So give me Chase Hooper.
Another elbow from Hooper. Combination, there's the horn.
Next fight, we got Jared Cannonier versus Christian Leroy Duncan. Jared Cannonier, another veteran. He's a powerful striker with great knockout hands. He's a former heavyweight before he dropped down. He's fought and beaten several ranked contenders. He's beat Marvin Vettori, he's beat Derek Brunson, and Gregory Rodriguez. Gregory Johnson, who the hell is that? Now Christian Leroy Duncan, he's on a 4-fight win streak. He's a pretty good finisher, 10 wins by knockout. He's a great, striker. I just see Duncan's path to victory is just keep it at range, use good footwork, angles, land clean, and, pile a bunch of good strikes before, Cannonier's power can connect. This is going to be just a veteran power puncher versus a ring finisher, which, Christian Leroy Duncan, he could get him out of there, but it is only 3 rounds. I just think whoever's going to who's ever going to land the cleaner strikes is going to really take control. So I got to go with, hold on, let me get my itch. Christian Leroy Duncan to get the finish. Well, not to get the finish, but to get the job done. So Christian Leroy Duncan, money line. In the next fight, we got Dricus Du Plessis versus Kamaru Usman. DDP, again, he's a well-round finisher. Dangerous, standing on. I mean, he's a dangerous striker, but he fights kind of wild sometimes. I mean, against Izzy, the way he won, he was just swinging crazy and then grabbed him and just dragged him to the ground. He's got a crazy, like a drunk bar fight style. And he's pretty good on the ground. He's got aggressive pressure fighting, and he can push a hard pace as we've seen with what he did with Strickland. He's a former champion, fighting in his prime at his natural weight. He is coming off his first UFC loss against Khamzat, so he is going to be hungry. He is facing Kamaru Usman, who is wrestling, is elite. He's got great takedowns. He's got great control. His boxing is pretty good. He's moving up a weight class at 38 years old, so he's a former long reigning champion. I think he's just chasing one more title run, and I think he's going to close the distance early. I think he's just going to get to DDP, get him against the fence, grind out some takedowns and control time, and I just think he's going to do it round after round like he's done to everyone. I think he's just going to either wear DDP down to a decision, or I think he can even catch him, with some good shots. But I got to go with Kamaru Usman. I think this is going to be like his last run for a title shot. And just the way DDP handled against Khamzat's wrestling, I think Kamaru's good with getting into positions and wrestling style. And I think it's going to be a long night for DDP. So give me Kamaru Usman. Thank you, guys. Like and subscribe.
And of all the superlatives...